Have you ever found yourself standing at a crossroads in your career, the path ahead shrouded in a thick, intimidating fog of uncertainty? Maybe you felt the sting of a sudden redundancy, the quiet dread that your skills are slipping out of date, or that gnawing feeling deep down that you're just not where you ought to be. When the ground beneath us starts to shift, it can feel as if the whole world is tilting. In these moments of deep doubt, it's all too tempting to retreat, to believe those whispers of inadequacy. The relentless pace of technological change, the shifting sands of economic stability, the sheer weight of competition. It can feel like a conspiracy designed to test our resolve. But what if I told you that within this very struggle lies the seed of your greatest triumph? What if the obstacles are there to awaken a power you never knew you had? This is about your extraordinary capacity for resilience, the unshakable spirit. To navigate the turbulent waters of a professional life, you require an internal compass and an unbreakable keel. These are career resilience and self-belief. Career resilience is that profound capacity to adapt. It's the psychological fortitude that lets you see a layoff not as a final verdict, but as an unexpected plot twist. According to research, resilient individuals are a staggering 50% more likely to achieve their career goals. It's not just bouncing back, it's bouncing forward. And what about its partner, self-belief? If resilience is the shield, then self-belief is the sword. It's a deep-seated confidence rooted in what psychologist Carol Dweck famously called a growth mindset. The powerful understanding that your talents aren't fixed. Self-belief is that quiet inner voice that, when faced with a daunting challenge, doesn't say, "I can't," but rather, "I can learn." The global job market of the 21st century is a fundamentally different beast. We are living through a great digital shake-up. Roles that have existed for decades are being automated, while entirely new professions are emerging at a dizzying pace. This constant churn means the old model of learning a trade for 40 years is a relic. The new rules of engagement are being rewritten. Organizations are no longer just hiring a set of skills. They are investing in individuals who demonstrate the potential to grow, adapt, and evolve. It's no longer enough to be good at your job. You must also be good at learning how to do the next job. Your ability to embrace change, your commitment to learning, and your unshakable belief in your own potential are the new currency of success. The challenges we face today are merely new variations on an ancient theme. Consider the great explorers, the original entrepreneurs of uncertainty. When Shackleton's ship was crushed, the mission was an abject failure. By every measure, all was lost. Yet in total defeat, he reframed the mission. The new objective, survival. This is growth mindset under absolute disaster. Or take Colonel Sanders. At 65, with his business obsolete, most would say he was finished. He did not see it that way. He packed his pressure cooker, a bag of spices, and started again, sleeping in his car. Imagine hearing no 1,000 times and still putting on your white suit and knocking again. Your career is not the building. It's the secret recipe inside. Modern psychology has pulled back the curtain, revealing that self-belief is not magical, but measurable, and most importantly, teachable. A cornerstone is the work on self-efficacy by psychologist Albert Bandura. It's not just having the skills, it's believing you can use them when it counts. This belief influences the challenges you undertake, the effort you expend, and your persistence in the face of obstacles. So, is resilience innate or developed? The consensus is clear. It is much more like a muscle than a fingerprint. Every time you reframe a failure as a learning opportunity, you are physically strengthening the neural pathways associated with resilience. You are, quite literally, building a more resilient brain. The evidence is clear. You are not a finished product. You are a work in progress, and you are the architect. So, how does one actively build a growth mindset? It begins with the way you speak to yourself. First, learn to recognize the voice of your fixed mindset. A powerful technique is to add the word "yet" to your fixed mindset statements. I can't do this becomes I can't do this yet. This small addition is transformative. It is a small hinge that swings open a very large door to personal development. Next, redefine your relationship with failure. When you inevitably stumble, resist the urge to see it as a verdict. Instead, treat it like a scientist. Analyze the data. What did I learn? What could I do differently next time? Finally, embrace the process over the end result. Celebrate the hard work, not just the win. You are training your brain to enjoy the act of striving. In a world where the finish line has been obliterated, continuous learning is essential. Think of your skill set as a garden that needs constant tending. This isn't about randomly collecting certificates. It's about a deliberate strategy. Pay attention to the skills needed for roles 1 or 2 steps ahead of your own. Today, the resources are more accessible than ever. You can master new skills from world-class universities from the comfort of your own home. A crucial part of your toolkit should be a focus on transferable skills. These are valuable across any industry. While technical skills may have a shorter half-life, the ability to think critically and communicate effectively will always be in high demand. Dedicate a small amount of time each week to deliberate learning. By making it a consistent habit, you are always sharpening your edge. In our culture, we are captivated by the myth of the solitary genius. But the truth is, no one succeeds alone. A recommendation from a trusted source often beats a perfect resume. A strong network is your safety net. Build genuine relationships rooted in mutual respect and a willingness to help before you need help. Within your network, a mentor is your personal guide, a trusted advisor who has walked the path you are on. The best mentors don't hand you answers. They help you ask the right questions, helping you arrive at your own conclusions with greater clarity. A mentor can be a powerful antidote to career doubt, providing an external voice of belief when your own is faltering. We often neglect the most profoundly human element of all, emotional intelligence, the ghost in the machine of our professional lives. It is the critical differentiator. Who is more effective? Who is more resilient? And who would you rather work for? EQ creates a crucial space between a stimulus and your response. In that space lies your power to choose a calm, considered reaction. The outward-facing component is social awareness, the art of social radar, the ability to tune into the emotional currents flowing through a room. When you can accurately read a room and adapt your communication style, you become far more influential and persuasive. As Daniel Goleman argued, by cultivating this skill, you are not just becoming a better professional, you are becoming a more effective, resilient human being. We must talk about a profoundly practical barrier: money. Financial instability is the silent saboteur of self-belief. Building financial fortitude isn't just accounting, it's an investment in your freedom. It begins with a budget. Awareness leads to control. A financial buffer can turn a catastrophe into a sabbatical, a chance to re-evaluate, retrain, and find a better fitting role, instead of grabbing the first lifeline. Beyond finance, the most significant barriers are in our minds. Learning to manage your mental well-being is a non-negotiable prerequisite for success. Develop a personal stress management toolkit. Proactively schedule these activities, treating them with the same importance as a business meeting. Seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of profound strength and self-awareness. We've explored the strategies, but understanding the theory is only the first step. Implementation, translating concepts into consistent action, is the hard part. It's one thing to know you need a map. It's another to navigate a dense, unfamiliar forest alone in the dark. This is where many falter. Sustaining momentum requires a guide. A dedicated ally becomes a game changer. This is the role of a world-class coach. This is the philosophy at the heart of M-Yoga Coaching and Consulting. We don't hand you a generic template. We work alongside you to create a personalized blueprint for success. Our process is practical, strategic, and results-oriented. We help you cultivate a growth mindset, identify critical skills, and build your network authentically. Crucially, M-Yoga Coaching and Consulting is your dedicated accountability partner. We are your strongest ally, transforming theory into tangible, extraordinary career transformation. We have traveled a great distance, understanding that resilience is a muscle, the job market is an opportunity, and your mindset is your greatest tool. The central theme is one of profound empowerment. You are not a passive passenger on your career journey. You are the architect. Your destiny is not something you find, it is something you build. To help you take that crucial first step, we at M-Yoga Coaching and Consulting invite you to book a complimentary career breakthrough call with us. This is not a sales pitch. It is a genuine strategy session to gain clarity, identify opportunities, and map out your first essential steps. As we part, I leave you with the words of Seneca. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Dare to believe. Dare to act. Dare to succeed.